So most of you are wondering like what the card sets and stuff, right? That is salvation isn't something that you could really wish to aim for, at least the 30 set. 18 set is doable because if you think about it, you only need 18 of these diamonds, right? So that means if you awaken 3 each, you will technically be an 18 set because 6 times 3 is 18. And if you think about it, you can get way to 5 awaken as you just keep on playing the game because way is technically in the traveling merchants, and I'm pretty sure you guys have gotten some of them on servers too when way appears. Sometimes you guys don't see it in months, sometimes you see it like in a week or something like that. It's pretty rare, that's why. And some of the other cards like, you know, Tyrain and Azina and Nana, right? These cards, you actually get one card from like doing events and stuff, like rapports. I think they give it to you in a rapport. This is 15% additional damage on top of everything you have. Don't think of it like don't get this complicated. Think of it simple. It turns your attack into holy, and you increase holy damage by 15%. What essentially means is you just get 15% damage increase, and then you have the 30% less damage taken. When you guys are thinking like, oh, should I go Lost Wind Cliff or should I go like Light of Salvation? 7% crit versus if you don't even have the 18 set, converting this into light damage isn't really that important. It's only important in something like Vicus, because Vicus is weak to light. No, it's like, so those of you guys are saying 50% that's it. I'm not saying 50% that's it, as in don't worry about it, that's it. It's more like you guys are calculating way too complicated. Just think of it as you just do 15% more damage. Just put that all aside, you just do 15% more damage. And against Vicus, since you're holy damage, you do 10% more. That's why when we have the new Kaingyo dungeon, he is weak to dark, right? So everyone goes this particular set because since he's weak to dark, that's 10% damage, right? What supports take is they take Lostark Cliff 30 set or the Master Spear 30 set. So if you think about this, Lost Wind Cliff 30 set is a support BIS only if DPSs have the Light of Salvation set. So imagine you're a support, you go, oh my god, I have a 30 set of Lost Wind Cliff, man. I have the BIS. You get into a party, if no one has this card set, if your DPS doesn't have any Light of Salvation card set, you don't do anything with this. The reason why the support became the BIS for this is because almost every single top players in Korea has at least the 18 set. At least the 18 set. That's a 7% damage increase. It's huge. Now, when we're in the Dark Dungeon, everyone's trying to work on this Dark set. And since you have the Dark set, what supports are working on is they're working on the 30 set Spear. Because it's 2.5 additional damage to Dark. If you have a team of everyone at 18 set of this, and then you have a support with 2.5, it would be 10 plus 7 plus 2.5, 19.5% additional damage in the whole dungeon. Hopefully you guys get this concept because there's only four BIS set. DPS, you have the light set, light damage set, you have the dark damage set. Support, you have the light additional damage set, and then you have the dark additional damage set. On my card video that I went over, I did go over like other sets as well, like the Umar family set. You know, the Umar family set, what they do is they just give you 12% additional back attack damage. And something like the Fate of the Lazanius card, I also have full sets for this, I just didn't level it up. At random time, it gives you 2% elemental damage, and random chance for 8 seconds you do 24% additional elemental damage, so that's 26%. It works on strikers and war dancers only, because why? Strikers lightning kick and the tiger emerges is elemental damage. That's why this is a BIS for strikers and war dancers. The newest one was, this is technically the same thing, the one with Evergrace. This one is head attack damage, but I don't think it's BIS for something like a gun lancer, because if you equip 3 of these, you don't really have a choice to increase your damage. I don't think there's much. So it's just 12%, so might as well just use the Light of Salvation, right? Or if you want to go tankier, this is one of the tanky cards where you go 3 of these. That's when, if you're under 50% HP, you take at least 26% less damage. And if you get to 20% less, if you have the full set, you heal for free. This also means that if a Mayhem Berserker has this is one of the tankiest cards that you can get, right? And then you add another defense. If this is a full set, it gives you 30% defense, and it also increases 15% efficiency on using health pots. So this is a really good stuff for like tankiness. I used to wear this on my gunslinger when we were doing tri parties. When I had this, like I just didn't die in one hit. So I practiced the runs with this after you just switch over. Converting your card, maybe working on this might be a good idea, because all of these cards, you can actually farm it. These three cards are traveling merchants, and these two can be farmed in Totoik, right? The Totoik dungeon, and then the Guardian, and this is also can be farmed at the story dungeon. Right? Even though it's like super rare and good luck farming, the fact that you don't have to pay blue crystals for it is farmable. As in, like, my justification on farmable is, can you farm it without spending any blue crystal? I mean, I obviously got this by just keep buying the blue packs. So what's important is you do need to get the 30 set eventually in the future, but I kind of want to calculate, because I've always wondered this, I kind of want to calculate how much it actually made, how much resources and how much time it took me from 0 to 30 it took. Because there's a bunch of ways too. Right now, NA, this does not apply to NA, but eventually NA is going to be adjusted into the Korean version. For example, the biggest difference is, if you notice here, this is the full pack is 20 cards for 284 blue crystals, right? You don't actually buy these. You buy the 10 pack, and what the 10 pack gives you is you get 10 packs from legendary to rare. There's a reason why streamers don't recommend Light of Salvation 30 set. It is so far away to a point that you don't need to worry about it for a year. I'm pretty sure you guys will quit by the time you work on this 30 set. So there's two groups of people. If you think you're gonna quit before 30 set, using a selection pack for 18 is okay. But if you think you're gonna play this game for such a long time, after I tell you how long it will take, you save all those selection packs. Because at my other video, I said never use your selection pack, right? So let's think about this real quick. Let's open our handy dandy notepad. Let's think about where we can get cards in Korea server, because you guys will get it eventually. Challenge Abyss Dungeon. And what Challenge Abyss Dungeon does is equalize content for the rotation of these 3 dungeons. That's it. There's nothing else. You don't do these two. You don't do Gate of Paradise or Oiha. And check this out. So what you get is you do this once a month, once a week. Sorry, once a week, and you get materials, and you get a card pack, and then you get a card experience. So I do this every Wednesday at the reset because I just want to get it out of the way, right? The real important part is after you finish this dungeon at auction, you have a chance to drop a selection pack or a straight up legendary pack. You can get a selection pack, but you need to win the auction. And the average gold that I paid for the auction was about 37k. I bought it at 5k once because everyone was noobs in there. But I paid like about 30k to 40k every time average. I think the most I've paid was 46k. And the 2 newbie players when we were fighting, the 2 newbie players were like, oh my god, it's a lot of gold. So there's 2 things. If you have to do this, because let's say you do it and then you get the legendary pack, the whales will definitely fight each other, right? That's a lot of gold for you. Everyone should do it because people will pay a shit ton of gold for selection packs. There's also a regular legendary pack, by the way, and those go for 1k to 5k. So it's an important information, right? So when you get this challenge Abyss Dungeon, you should do it every week for sure. Materials, and then you have a chance to get the selection pack. That's why sometimes there's a party where I will bust for you kind of thing. Right, now let's go to the second section. So you can actually get select pack throughout the game. And I don't exactly remember where it was. So there are legendary packs and legendary select packs. And I remember sometimes I did see an NPC that gives you a select pack. And it is dependent on events too. Check this out. This is the select pack for Legion Commander raids. I can get a guaranteed Theomine card if I just pay 25 of these. So you get something like this in the game later. Now, if you guys get Koko Seidon and Broshaza in the future, like in the very far in the future, very far, if you get it. So you can trade these into like all these mats. Like I already traded all of them, right? Because we did it too much. Look at this. It gives you 15 of this giant bags, 5,000 fragments, right? And then it also gives you all these stuff, great stuff. And at the very end, look at this. It gives you a select pack. As long as you play your game and get the tickets, you can trade those tickets into card packs. And in the future, whenever you guys get this area code Rowan, Rowan's like the region versus region PvP area. This also has a vendor. Select pack right here. So that's 3 select packs guaranteed as long as you play the game. So these are the 3 things I immediately know, that I kind of immediately remember. And this is a Rowan card pack, by the way. I haven't bought it. Should buy it. Right? So these are the select packs. So we calculate 3. So I think there's more, it's just that I don't remember where it is. There might be more. There might be more. But within this video, I'm probably not gonna cover it. Maybe someone else can. But the point I'm trying to make across is you play the game and you collect materials, and then you trade select packs. So you have 3 additional select packs that you can actually obtain in the game that you can work towards your Salvation 18 set. Oh, so you have the traveling, the Procyon Compass. The Procyon Compass. That's why I always go to card pack islands. Always go to card pack islands. Yeah, let's go. Murray Shop card pack. And then you have the card packages. Sometimes they do give you card packages, like a $50 card package, and people do buy it sometimes. And those have like 30, 40 card packs, you know. And there are also legendary card pack quests, it says. And then these 2 I've covered. Azena and Nana. Ninavi, you know, Kadan. You do the Kadan quest, you do the Balthor quest, you do the Thyrain, they give you a Thyrain card, Way. All the field bosses, you get 1 Way. 36 masterpieces, you get another Way. Yeah, that's it. That's it. For guaranteed stuff. It covers most of it. I thought I was missing something. So now you have the 10-pack Marie Shop, right? And then you also have, now we have another one called, this is the one I do not recommend, but I did it because I was very, what do you call it? Desperate. I was very desperate. This one, where you can manually run these. And if you notice here, it says legendary card pack. It has a chance to drop. So what people do who are desperate is per character, you can run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. It usually takes about 25 minutes. 25 minutes for the whole thing because your characters are very strong. If you have a tier 3 character at 14, 15, you can do this in 25 minutes. And when I was very close to, but I stopped doing it. I stopped doing it and gave up after just getting 1 Zinner Veil. But just saying, there's an option like this. There's an option. The 6 death grind gate. And we also forgot another important thing. I think either quarterly or once every year. This year at Christmas, they did give us 2 selection packs. Every anniversary do give you a selection pack, I think. Because I remember in Christmas I got 2. You forgot to talk about Fatal and Fermata. So yes, you can buy Fatal and Fermata cards. They are the full pack. They're the full pack cards by trading 14,000 pirate coins for 7 packs for 2 times 2. So 28,000. If you have, this is per character. So sometimes if you have a shit ton of pirate coins, you can just buy a bunch of them. The Vern Quest. I totally forgot about the Vern Quest. The South Vern. Gives you a shit ton of card set. I did this 20 times. And there's Rowan too. But Rowan doesn't really give as much. 27 card packs, they said. So I did this 20 times. I mean, over the course of... If you grind this in like one day, right? It's not fun. I was watching an anime, it did like 3 characters. I watched another anime, it did like 3 characters. You know? Motivates me to quit the game. Yeah, it does. That's why when you guys ask me about cards, I go, you don't have to worry about cards. You don't have to worry about cards. You don't have to worry about cards. Now, I think I went over everything. Now, let's get to the juicy part. Juicy part. How much did I spend plus how much time did I take? So, I started buying card packs for 6 months. I sold the gold. You buy, you get blue crystals, right? And you buy the card packs. So what was the card pack's price? The card pack's price is 230 crystals. And how much you get is every day you get it twice. Except Mondays is once. And how many times is that? Let's just say 30 days then. 30 days times 6 is 24 weeks, right? That means 24 weeks and then you times it by 13. So that's 332 times that I bought, right? Let's say I bought 312 packs. I mean, it's not going to be very accurate, but it's basically, right? 312 times 230 crystals. That's 71,760 crystals. That is also worth if I trade right now, because back then the market price was about here. I actually remember this. 200 crystals, about 5k gold. So let's say it's about 5,500 gold. So it'll be 5,500 gold. That doesn't make sense. It's a different math. Hold up. 71,760. Well, let's just do 71,760. 71,760. 2 million gold. 2 million for 15% damage? So let's just say it costs 2 million gold. The real tough part is you buy twice a day, once every Monday. So even if you have all the money in the world, Marie needs to sell it to you. So it will take you that long. So no, you don't have to be online 24 hours, because one thing that's really good about Marie's shop in NA was I think it covers like 2 days before. Marie's shop only covers like a day before. You can only look at like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 taps. Oh, 3 taps, sorry. You can only look at 3 taps. But the problem is you guys don't have the same card pack, so it's going to be calculated differently. But let's also go back to how many times that I bought. 316 times, right? 316 times 10 card packs, right? That's 3,160 card packs opened. We haven't calculated the other things too. How many select packs did I have before I get Lost Wind Cliffs? Light of Salvation 30 set. The number of selection card packs I had was 12. If I had 13, I would have been a month earlier. Do you know why? It's because if you fully awaken Wei, all your Wei card is going to be trash. If you fully awaken Thyrain, your Thyrain card is also trash. So your chances of actually getting these cards drop like crazy. That's why select packs are important. So I'm pretty sure other people talked about this as well, but like the important part is I spent that much. It's 6 months. 6 months, over 2 million gold, 12 selection packs. And within the 12 selection packs, I bought 6 of them, I think, during the Abyss Dungeon. I was pretty lucky. And those Abyss Dungeon drops, there were 30,000 gold each, average. So it will be 6 times 30. So 180 plus. So maybe like 2.3 million gold. Cumulative. So that solves the mystery that I wanted to solve for a long time, because I didn't know how much I exactly spent, like in an estimate. I thought I spent way more, but I guess it took such a long time. So the question is, are you gonna stop at 18 set, or are you gonna go for the 30 set? Like, the choice is yours after hearing someone who actually has it and then calculated how much they actually spent. useful, but hopefully it makes you make a decision of, am I going to be a Light of Salvation player or not? But the card BIS is important because this is roster wide. All your roster characters will be 15% higher in damage, or 7% higher in damage if you have 18 set. So my only advice is, if you guys are super serious about Cardset, I would never use the selection pack until you like quit the game. Just think of it as non-existent. It's a Joker card. Like, why would you open it in the first place? But it's going to give you guys a hard time when you're one card away from 18 set and then you have a selection pack. If so the answer to that is, if you are going to be happy with 18 set, you should use it on 18 set. But if you think you're going for much higher, you should go with a 30 set. Because, again, my 30 set took a month later. So cards, I think cards are important. So like, if I weren't honing, if I weren't saving money for gems, if I weren't saving money for speccing up, if I was playing the game like as if there's nothing to do, I would keep buying blue crystals, and I think I would just keep on buying card packs because there are, you know, like more experienced players. For example, like Lustboy. I talked to Lustboy one time. Like, he helps with the content on my channel. And he's a good friend, and he's really good at this game. All he does is he just buys this. He doesn't buy the regular. He doesn't buy the regular one. He doesn't buy the rare one. He buys the all one because he wants the experience, and he needs the regular cards because if you notice, the other card pack gives you up to rare. They don't give you the green one and the white one. He needs to collect that white and the green card as well. So all he does is he makes the gold, transfer gold into crystals, and then just buy card packs. Because that's the very end game of this game. Like, if you have all the cards, you get all the boosted damages. This is the max for, like, you know, you get combat stats, and then you get defenses, you get some stats. But like these ones over here, these are percentages. I only have 2.48%. It's not that much. I've seen someone who had 4. I've seen someone who had 5. It's the most end game long taking content in the game. That's why when people are asking me, and when I was playing the game, and then you guys were going through tier 1, and then I saw some videos and all this stuff, saw some guides online. When I saw card recommendation as Light of Salvation 30 set on some of the build guides, I was like laughing to myself. It's like, how are you guys gonna get this? Because by the time you guys get it, you would be veteran enough anyway. It's like, I don't understand why some guys recommend cards. It just doesn't make sense. It's like, it's super far away. And good question. What does support get? All support get is either the field boss or the weapons. The field boss gives you 4%, 4%, 4% HP. By just having it, you're done. You have the BIS. Also, you can go something like, oh, I don't have it. You can go something like the weapons, right? So if you have a 3 weapon, it is still 444, so it's 12%. Because HP is really good. HP is really good. And sometimes some supports do go for the we'll meet again, etc. All that stuff. And I know there's another set that goes 3 sets of these for 5%. And I think you add something else. So this is the event cards. I don't have it. Also, another card set that some sorceresses use. They use this, the Romantists, and they use the Feta de Lazanius. This is actually a legitimate set because these two gives you the elemental damage and 24% elemental damage by chance. And these 4 gives you 12% movement speed. 12% is a lot. So if you have like an ignition sorceress, if you feel slow, you can cover some of that movement speed with the card set if you have that as a full. But the cards can be utilized to do something what you want. For example, someone also asked a good question about, what about Romantic card to fill up to 140% movement speed for Raid Captain? Yeah, it's a legitimate strategy. If it works, it works. That's why this game, you have so many choices to do things. You are never wrong, because let's say if someone goes like, oh, why do you have this card set? Lost Wind Cliff's the best. But what if you can survive some of the hits that you take if you play as an Igniter Sorceress because of your 12% movement speed. You can have different playstyle, and no playstyle is wrong, I think. Unless you have like a rainbow stat or something. But that's what everyone thinks is wrong though. So cool. That's it. That covers literally everything about cards. There's nothing else you need to know. Like as of now, Korea server, you have the light damage set, you have the light damage support BIS, you have the dark damage set, and then you have the dark damage support BIS. And everything else is just a branch off of different choices. The back attack set is called. Let's go over it again. The back attack set is called 3 Umar family here. And then you have the Fate of the Dazzling. This is a striker BIS. Because you have the 3 Umar family doing 12% additional damage to back attack. And then 2 to 22 or plus 24% random. So it's 26% damage. And you have a free slot of 1. But no cards give you a set bonus as a 1 card. So most people put Ninabe in here. There's only select classes that can use this because your attack needs to be elemental. Striker is the only class that has double elemental damage on both of the esoteric skills. That's why when you have this set, you go 2 esoteric skills. As far as I know, the explosion one doesn't have one. That was the last stuff. And you know, so there's card packs everywhere. So as long as you keep playing the game, you will get enough cards. Basically, if you want to know how much of a veteran a certain player is, you can tell by the number of cards. For example, Saint played the game much longer than me. That's why he has almost every single card awakened. And he has a bunch of selection packs. He has a bunch of card awakens, right? The only reason why he doesn't have that much of a Legion raid one, is because this card is new. No one in Korea has a full awaken this, as far as I know. Because everyone's buying it. You're time locked. So, you know, any other Korean players, you just look at them like, you know, if they have a bunch of cards, and then you can also see the additional attributes you get from the cards. Yeah, like that's how you figure it out. So yeah, that's it. That's about it. So that's what card is. That's why I wanted to give a comparison, like give an idea, because some people come to the stream and they ask about cards. They're like, hey man, like should we like rush these cards, etc. or whatever. Just think of it like to me, I think cards are like almost like Steam achievement. If you try to rush your Steam achievement, all you gotta do is get stress. Your Steam achievement is gonna fill up eventually anyway. And it will just give you rewards accordingly. So it's just that, you know, you can always sell gold and buy the card packs, the crystal. But in NA, your card packs are shit, right? So later on, they might buff the card packs when something like Broshaza comes out. When Light of Salvation set is more important, they're probably gonna do it. I've seen someone with Light of Salvation 18 set in NA. I did see one because he did flex it, and I thought that was really cool because he just got it in 3 months. But now from that 3 months, he's gonna take another 6 months to get it to 30 set, because like from getting 1 to 18 is actually very doable as an F2P player even. But from 18 to 30, you need to buy Murray Shot card packs from you need to buy card packs to make it even remotely close. Because I remember I saw on the Korean the chat section, they were talking about card sets one time. That's why I'm talking about it today too. Yesterday morning, when I was looking at the area chat and they were talking about it. This guy finished, I think he said he's at 25 and he hasn't spent a single dime. He said he has 25 awaken on Light of Salvation with the events and etc. whatever. He said he has 10 selection packs, and then he said he's pretty close because he's wondering if he should buy it or not. And he played, I think, 12 months. So if you play it like a year, you know, just enjoy the game. Like, you'll eventually get it. But so I'm just sharing you all the examples, actual live examples that I've seen so far, right? And I'm pretty sure most of you guys didn't. But these are the things that you just can't get by rushing. That's what I wanted to tell you. So if you don't get it, don't be stressed out about it. That's what I wanted to stress out, so that you guys don't feel like slow, right? Even though you guys say, oh, it's a 15% damage difference. This is huge, you know? It's not that. Honestly, it is not that much of a big difference for the stress that generates, because some of you guys are stressed out for cards. Let's conclude the video, guys. If it ever get edited, it will be on YouTube. So, bye YouTube. See you guys.